Now, amidst allegations by the Cockroach Janata Party that pellet guns were used against protesters during the recent demonstrations in Delhi, the Sunday Guardian and NewsX have exclusively accessed the official records of the Ministry of Home Affairs and the CRPF. These records show that the centre has continued procuring the 12-bore pump-action gun. This is the platform officially used to fire pellet-based and other less lethal ammunition for crowd and riot control. The TSG report also reveals that government documents record the procurement of 640 such guns in 2010, while the CRPF's 2019-20 procurement plan proposed 280 additional 12-bore pump-action guns, along with 42,000 shot number 9 cartridges. In replies to Parliament, the MHA has referred to the weapon as a pellet-firing shotgun and confirmed its continued use by the CRPF in Jammu and Kashmir. There is, however, no official confirmation linking these procurement records to the allegations made by CJP regarding the recent Delhi protest. Let's take a look at what this Sunday Guardian report actually reveals. So clearly, of course, amidst these allegations that are being levelled by, of course, the CJP and also by certain opposition parties, the Sunday Guardian has reported this exclusive finding. Records show continued procurement of the 12-bore pump-action guns for riot control. So, in fact, the official procurement records don't use the term pellet gun per se, but instead refer to it as a 12-bore pump-action gun. In fact, official records show that the centre has in fact continued to procure these 12-bore pump-action guns, including in fact pellet-based ammunition and other less lethal ammunition. This is of course used for crowd and riot control. On 29 December, in fact 2010, government sanctioned the procurement of 640 pieces of the 12-bore pump-action guns. This is what records show, with cartridges for the CRPF. This at a cost of 3.5 crore rupees. Meanwhile, in fact, the CRPF annual procurement plan for 2019-2020 proposed procurement of 280 further 12-bore pump-action guns with deflectors and muzzle attachments. This at a cost of about 1.61 crore rupees. Also, in fact, the same procurement plan also listed the purchase of 42,000 cartridges as well, which indicated that the force intended to continue inducting the platform and also replenished its ammunition, which obviously meant that its usage would continue. The terminology used in procurement documents is consistent with the government's own replies in Parliament as well on the issue whenever questions have been asked on the same. So these of course are the records coming out that the Sunday Guardian has accessed. In a written reply, in fact, to Lok Sabha on the 27th of March 2018, the MHA had confirmed that the CRPF continued to use these pellet-firing shotguns in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. MHA also informed Parliament that the pellet-firing shotgun had been tested by the Terminal Ballistics Research Laboratory, that is a TBRL, in fact in Chandigarh. Also, the CRPF's decision to propose procurement of another 280 guns in 2019-2020 demonstrated that the platform continued to form part of the force's inventory nearly a decade after that original sanction. So this, of course, in 2019-20, remember 2010, of course, was when those original sanctions had been issued. Clearly, of course, as we've seen, it clearly shows that it was part of the system. It was part of the organization of the CRPF's modus operandi and, of course, SOPs. Also, the fact that additional ammunition was also procured shows that it was being continuously used as well and was in operation. Now, joining us live at this point is Ved Bhushan, former ACP Delhi. Mr. Bhushan, what do you make of these details that the Sunday Guardian report talks about these pellet guns, their procurement and ammunition for them as well?
I think it's not officially any CRPF or Delhi police officials or government stated that the pellet guns were used in this demonstration to disperse the crowd. However, it's not a lethal weapon. It's only to disperse the crowd, and sometimes is used to deter the demonstrators to disperse the crowd which is gathered illegally. However, the IG CRPF is investigating in this case whether CRPF personnel or any other paramilitary forces use such type of pellet guns during the demonstration and the dispersal and the action taken by the police at Jantar Mantar. It's still under investigation. Officially, it was not declared. However, the injuries you are showing on television, it clearly reflects that it is a scattered pellets on the body. However, it is not lethal, but it can be serious sometimes because it goes inside the body, and sometimes due to some infection or some other thing, it can be very serious to the part of the body. Let's wait for the outcome of the investigation or inquiry being conducted by the IG, CRPF, or Delhi police is also investigating how and which circumstances these pellet guns was used by the police officials or by some other persons. Let the investigation close, then we can come on the conclusion, or government can say, yes, there was some pellet gun used or otherwise. Over to you.
Okay, let me in fact also ask you, Ved Bhushan, about, of course, as you're saying, it's not officially confirmed yet. There's no official word on whether these guns were used at the CJP protests in Delhi or not. But this is part of course, the CRPF and the force's modus operandi. It's very much part of the force, isn't it? Obviously, we do know that ammunition has also been procured for it, as orders in official records state. It is used officially in Jammu and Kashmir, but it is part of the standard operating protocol of the CRPF, isn't it, Ved Bhushan, particularly to control riot-like situations and to control violence and crowds?
We ruled out that police forces had not pellet guns because they procured or they purchased for use sometimes for disperse the unruly crowd or in the riot situation. However, as you are stating, it was earlier used by J&K police and other places also. But in Delhi, whether it was used or not, it's a subject of investigation. Let's wait for for few days, then picture will come out, because this type of weapon, as is a 12-bore gun, unusually used by never in Delhi by Delhi police. It can be used by CRPF personnel because they are making some internal inquiry whether there some pellets are missing or some shortages are being reported by the officers or men deployed on duty during the demonstration. So let's wait for the outcome of the inquiry investigation. Then we can confirm whether pellet firing or shotgun was used during this Jantar Mantar demonstration or not.
All right. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. Bhushan, with your perspective.